Hiring the wrong person is a very, very painful experience. That's why I wanted to use Andrea and the Ironstone process to try to improve my likelihood of success.
PXT is a great assessment tool that we utilize. It's based upon a performance model that an individual is measured against. We'll email a link for the candidate to access the information. They'll take the assessment, which takes anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes. The questions get harder and harder, so eventually you will be at a level you can't answer them and they'll plateau out. What we can generate is 13 different reports to slice and dice the data of all of the human element of this one individual based upon a specific performance model. So if you're hiring for a client service position, a relationship manager, a financial advisor, a paraplanner, any one of those, we have a specific performance model already built for those roles. But it really goes into 3 different areas of the thinking, the behavioral, and the interests. This is where I turned into a big, huge data nerd, and I love this stuff, but it really is helping you to understand the person that's going to show up if you choose to hire this person, or how this person is going to function if they're already a team member. So it can be used for hiring as well as current and existing team members. Along with this, not only telling you how much of a fit are they for the position, they're also going to provide interview questions that go along with each of these different areas. But when I look at this overall, anywhere where you see these initials, this happens to be Oliver Chase in this report, anywhere where you see him outside of the bar graph means he's outside of the performance model. So that's a red flag from the aspect of, what do I need to be aware of if they're outside of the performance model? And is it so far below the minimum, is it really worth the investment in that human element to bring them on board the team? This is a very high-level report, so I can produce a coaching report and a leadership report and a sales report and individual reports that are written specific for the individual, that's written in second person in a little bit different way for them to digest the information. So that's why I say there's 13 different reports that we can generate that have so much data. In the thinking style, what it's measuring is verbal and numeric reasoning, and then verbal and numeric skill ability. So how big is your vocabulary, and do you understand what you're reading? How good are you at math, and do you understand the data that you're interpreting? Then the behavioral aspect has 9 different areas that it's measuring. And the interest aspect is really helping to determine what intrinsically is positive for you to actually show up on a day-to-day basis. So what are you going to enjoy most when you show up in your role? Don't just take an assessment and make a decision 100% on this assessment. Use that as a third of it. Use your skills simulation, so literally testing out real world work that you want that person to do in their role. And then a third of it is the actual Q&A, getting your whole team involved, a panel interview, a one-on-one interview, and talking to that individual. So break that into those thirds, or those buckets, if you will, to help make the decision around any candidate for hire. The payoff for you of spending the time to do this and to have the quality process, you can reproduce this hiring process over and over regardless of the candidates. We can produce the reports and help you to develop your team so you're going to attract, retain talent. And this is such a competitive market, and the landscape is changing so quickly that you can't afford to waste your time on the talent.
It was really effective in making sure that we had really refined our job description to make sure we knew clearly what we were looking for. So I'd absolutely do it again.
So here's my challenge to you. I want to help you to determine if PXT is right for you, for your teams, and for your hiring process. So we'd love to have you connect with us. Call us 800-917-8020 to implement your PXT and your whole hiring process today.